It shows here that I'm live. So, could you please help confirm if the YouTube is visible?
Yeah, for sure, we can see you. That's fine. Good.
Okay. Okay. And also, can you see the slides? That's the presentation slides. So I'm
No,
about
not yet.
not yet. Okay. Sharing my screen, screen two, and boom. Okay. So what about now?
Yes, it's now. It's showing.
Okay. Okay. Okay, just checking. Is there a way we can confirm how many participants we have currently on board, or if you would need to still wait a little more just to have them in before we then
Yeah, I
be-
think we can continue, Funjo. We can continue to. We have 4 people watching right now, so I think we can
okay.
continue.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Colin. This is Funshaw Akirili, and I'm the trainer that will be taking us in the Microsoft Dynamics 365 fundamentals, specifically with the CRM suite of the Microsoft CRM product. So I'll be taking us through the introductory part today. So, just to introduce myself again, so Funsho Akirili, a technical lead, technical trainer in the business application space of the Microsoft business application platform. So, it's been an interesting journey for me. I won't go into much details regarding that. So, the focus of the course is actually to buttress on the MB 910, which is the examination to show that you are actually knowledgeable about the Microsoft Dynamics 365 fundamentals, and then you can begin your journey into this. Okay, someone is saying they can't hear. Um, Up to now, can you still do you still have audio, or you can't hear me still? Okay, I think I saw Promise. Hello, Promise. Can you still hear me? Okay, thank you, Mayo, for confirming that you can actually get an audio feed. Okay, thank you very much. So, like I was saying, so the aim of the course is actually to bring to us the awareness of the Microsoft Dynamics 365 suite and its offering. So we'll be looking at quite a lot of things in just this today introductory session, and it would actually it would be a gradual thing. So we would be running this till I think that's the 27th of September. So it's going to be quite stretchy. So you would have enough time to practice, to go over what was said in the course of the training, and then you can even practice, because I'll be seeing how even before the end of today we can actually spin up some environment, that's spin up some test labs that we can actually run with in the course of today's introductory class. Then from the upper week, I would have my colleague in the person of Adetayo Aziz, who will be taking the other parts of the training. So we'll be splitting it. So it's either him or me you would see in the course of the training. Okay, so I'm really looking forward to us having a great time. Okay, so I'll be moving on to the agenda. Okay, and what part of the things that we will be seeing. So There are some things we would need to know about the course, okay? And one of the various things we would need to know about the course is that we would need to know that when we talk about the CRM, okay, it means that's customer relationship management. So it means that everything that you will be doing, okay, that would enable you in your businesses, in your organizations, to help you to manage your customer is what will be ensuited in this Dynamics 365 that we'll be looking at in the course of the following weeks. So, in this course, we'll be covering Dynamics 365 for marketing. So, if your organization is market driven, and you play in a Microsoft ecosystem. That is, you have, let's say, Office 365 licenses, or you have Office 365 product within your organization, and your organization is growing, and you need to start looking at managing customers because now you're having over tens of thousands of customers, and you really want to be able to segment the market. You want to be able to send mailing lists. You want to be able to send some targeted messages to some targeted individuals. Then marketing suite would be the option for you. So we'll be looking at each of this, okay, in the next couple of weeks. And today, just an overview on each of them. So for the Dynamics 365 for sale, this is another suite. Okay, we have the customer service, which you'll be seeing what that does as well. So customer service, if your organization is into providing support, okay, or you have customers and you want to integrate those customers in a support system whereby the product you've sold to them, you want to be able to manage them, okay, in scenarios whereby they are having some challenges, or they are having a bit of problem, and you really want to get across to assist them with it, then you can be looking towards the customer service side of things. And also we have field service. So if your organization sells product that needs servicing, and you require agents to go from site to site in order to be able to provide support services, then you can be looking at the Dynamics 365 field service. Now, each of these, okay, they are embodied in the CRM. So previously, you can just have the customer engagement, okay, and you have all of it. But now Microsoft has splitted them into their own modules each. So you can actually spin up a module for marketing, spin up a module for sales, spin up a module for customer service, or even for field service. So still in the line of this, so in the agenda, so we're going to be looking at so today, this is what we'll be doing majorly. Okay, we'll be looking at navigating the Dynamic 365 customer engagement application. So look at how we can navigate it. So I'll be walking us through how we can start the trial. Okay, how you can spin it up, what they are, and how you can get to navigate your way around them. Then also we'll explore some common Dynamics 365 activities integration options. Now, when we are talking about you being able to manage customer, for instance, some organizations might be using Excel currently for reporting, okay? And you're looking at, okay, now we're going into Dynamics. Can we still use Excel as a form of reporting? Can we use Microsoft Word as a form of generating a template for a document that we want to send to a customer, or that we want to make meaning of? Now, you would see that even the Microsoft productivity tools are still infused into the Dynamics 365 customer engagement application. It's still ensuited. So we're going to see how each of these are going to be working. Then in the next couple of weeks, we'll be looking at the likes of picking the modules one after the other. We'll look at marketing. We'll look at exploring additional marketing capabilities and apps. Then also the next week after, we'll look at sales and how you can leverage sales capabilities. And other days, we'll look at customer service, examine knowledge management, and related customer service applications. And then it keeps going on and on to field service. So here are some prerequisites. So you should have fundamental understanding of customer engagement principles. Now, when I mean customer engagement principles and business operations, I don't mean that you should already know dynamics. Okay, it basically means that you should know that, okay, if I'm engaging with a customer, is either I'm selling something, is either I'm generating a quote, it's either I'm receiving an order, it's either I'm converting this lead who is a potential customer to an opportunity, because now I'm seeing it being able to purchase a product in my organization. So you need to understand this customer engagement principles and also business operations, and also an understanding of cloud computing will help, because the Microsoft Dynamics 365 is actually cloud based. But from inception, there used to be on premise for Dynamics, okay, 365. I mean, Dynamics CRM. There used to be an on premise version of it, but now everything is now being moved into the cloud. And not to get it mistaken, we have Dynamics 365 ERP, which is the enterprise resource planning aspect of the Dynamics 365, and we have the CRM part. So this is the CRM part. Okay, so we are focusing on CRM. I believe before we run through these old tracks that we're having from the Dynamics 365 Nigeria user group community, we will be having some of our trainers to also move into the enterprise suite. So if you're looking at the likes of Business Central, the likes of finance and operations, human resource management capabilities, then we'll be looking at those trainers from the Dynamics 365 ERP side to help demystify all of those. So, without further ado, so we'll be moving straight into the the agenda for today. So I'm going to be bringing up the module one, which will then be moving forward from there. So here we're going to be exploring the core capabilities of Dynamics 365 CRM. So as we saw earlier, we're going to be looking at how you can navigate Dynamics 365 customer engagement applications, and all of the applications that was mentioned earlier, they are customer engagement applications. So marketing is a customer Dynamics 365 for marketing is customer engagement apps. Dynamics 365 sales for field service, project operations, customer service. All of those are customer engagement applications. Then we'll look at the common dynamics of how we can actually integrate some of these options that are available to us. So, in order for us to start with navigating the customer engagement application, so part of our learning objective would be that at the end of today's lecture, okay, we should be able to describe what a customer engagement actually is and why does it matter. Okay, why does it matter? Now today most business are driven, either small scale or large scale businesses, they are driven by data. Okay, by data. And when we say data, it means you have people. Your business is people centric. It evolves around people. So someone is buying, someone is selling, someone is giving information, so you are keeping information, making use of information. So you need to understand what the customer engagement is like and why it's really important. Okay, it's really important because part of the things is you would know if your business is doing fine, or if there is a need for you to do better in some areas of the organization. And also, we can't leave out, of course, the power platform, that is Microsoft Dataverse. So definitely we are working with data, so the data needs to be stored in a central data repository, and Dataverse is that database that holds records for the Dynamics CRM, 365 CRM. So I'll be explaining the Microsoft Dataverse and how it has been leveraged, and also we're going to explore and access Dynamics 365 customer engagement apps. And then we'll do a little bit of touch around with looking at how we can locate and filter data in Dynamics 365. So one thing we should have at the back of our mind is we are working with data. Okay, your customers' data and some other information that are needful for the business. Okay, so now there's a need for us to define customer engagement. Okay, now while each application in this module, while they get to provide specific solution, sales targeted at sales, customer service targeted at managing your customers' issues and things like that, they share a common element, okay, that are the same regardless of the application that you are using. So if you have Dynamics 365 for customer service, now, the customer information that you have in customer service is also the customer information that will be available to you in your Dynamics 365 for sales. Okay, so it's the same central data repository that you are actually making use of. Okay, so this module focuses on the common elements that are used across all Dynamics 365 customer engagement applications. So what we'll be doing cuts across every one of them before we start going into what each of them actually does. So looking at what customer engagement is, so customer engagement applications are core, that's at the Dynamics 365. These are core Microsoft party applications. Now, you can't use these applications if you don't belong to the Microsoft ecosystem. That is one fact that we should establish at first. We have other CRM products. We have things like Zoho CRM. We have several other CRMs. We have, I think the first CRM tool I ever knew was Odoo, and that was, I think, far back as 2017, 2018. And I grew to know that, okay, Microsoft is even more suited and even cloud-based and even more interesting and more okay to use, even at enterprise or small scale level, like very easy to integrate. So they are first party applications and they are built on the Power Platform. And organizations, that is, your organization can leverage these applications individually or together to create powerful end-to-end relationships with your customer. So imagine you have your customer's data. You are able to push mailing information to them regarding product and services. They get to purchase those products, and you're managing those information in your Dynamics 365 for sales application. And then when issue arises, you can then provide support for them via the customer service suite. Just looking at these three modules that I've mentioned, these three apps that I've mentioned, you'd see that you can actually have a powerful end-to-end relationship with your customer. And once they know that you're not just selling a product to them, but you're also available to manage those products for them, then it gives them a sense of belonging, okay, to actually go on with you. I think one of Microsoft's vision says that to empower every organization in the world. So really, it's just that they just want to be like a part of the organization, providing support, providing all you need to ensure that your business runs smoothly on a daily basis. So we'll be looking at the Microsoft Dataverse now. So when we say Microsoft Dataverse, Microsoft Dataverse is under the Power Platform and is actually a low-code thing. That is, you can call it, just let me call it a database. Let me use that term, okay? Because why? It includes some set of tables that covers typical business scenarios, such as you keeping account information. So you would have an account table to hold account information. You would have a contact table to hold contact information. Now, Dataverse serves as that central data storage that helps you to keep your data. Now, there are several types of tables that you would come across when working in Dataverse. Now, when you're working in Dataverse, your tables, you would have some out of the box tables. Okay. Now, those are out of the box tables are tables that are used typically in more or less every business settings. So you might say, I want to build an application for a customer today, but does Dataverse allow me to create tables in it for those records? Yes, it allows you. However, there are some existing tables to support some of those scenarios. Okay, so you don't have to recreate those tables in order, or let's say duplicating efforts. So we have account table, we have customer and contact table where you can actually store contact information, name, phone number, you just name it. Those columns, and it also has several data types that you can also use to keep information in them. Now, the advantage of Dataverse is that organizations can also create custom tables. Like I said, you can create custom tables to fit into a specific business need. Okay, inside of those tables, you can inside of your Dataverse, you can create some tables for some specific business needs. But one good thing is when you spin up your Microsoft Dynamics 365 marketing applications, automatically in your Dataverse, you will have tables that will support the application functionality being created for you out of the box. Okay, you would have it out of the box. So account and contact table are constant. You would always find this in your data verse. So now when you're leveraging Dataverse, you would see that in this Microsoft Power Platform low-code suite, we have Power Apps, Power BI, Power Automate, Power Virtual Agent. They are all still in a way, okay, able to connect and interact with Dataverse, okay, interact with Dataverse. So part of the things that you would benefit is that Dataverse is easy to manage, okay, both your metadata and the data that you store in the cloud. So remember that all we are talking about is cloud based. So even Dataverse, that is your central data repository, is also cloud based. So you don't need to worry about your detail and how they are stored. Okay, you would see your table structure, you would see the schema, and then you would see how it's being stored. Another thing is it is easy to secure. Okay, because why? The data is securely stored, so only users, okay, that have the right access or privileges can actually get to see those records, those data that you've saved. So in a way, you can apply role-based security in order for you to be able to control access to your tables from different users, even within the same organization. Okay, even within the same organization. And also, Dataverse has a rich metadata. That is, you can create columns in tables, and these columns can be of several data types. It could be of string, integer, you just name it. Okay, numbers, email, you just name it. You can actually have several data types available for you in Dataverse. And also, you can create a relationship between tables, one to many relationship, many to many relationship. You can have this created in your Dataverse. Okay, you can make a table related to another table. Then another thing is you can integrate this directly with Power Apps. Okay, you can integrate directly with Power Apps. Then also, there is logic and validation. So if you want to have things like calculated columns, you can also have those there. If you want to apply a business rule or a business process flow to ensure that the process of you being able to convert a lead to an opportunity, some certain steps must be taken, then you can actually apply some of those logics and validations in your organization, in the applications that are sitting right on top of Dataverse. And also, Dataverse is easy to secure. Okay, is this to secure? And lastly, for the productivity tool side of it, we'll be seeing some of the productivity tool. I think by the end of the slide. So you're going to be having tables and in Dataverse, and these tables that you have, you can connect Excel into it easily. So it means if you have a data structure in Excel, okay, CSV file, Excel access file, you can actually connect those to your Microsoft Dataverse, and you can plug in directly to your tables. You can use it to update data. You can use it to upload new records. You can use it to manage existing records because that productivity tool is actually available. Okay, so Microsoft Excel is one that is, I would say, the topmost as part of the Microsoft productivity tool that is well integrated into the Dataverse. Okay, so it ensures productivity, increased productivity, and also accessibility. Okay, so it makes things faster for you. So if you have records already and you're saying, okay, we are moving to CRM, dynamic CRM, but how do we move this 100,000 records of our customers into the CRM? Well, that is easy. Okay, just with few clicks and few configurations, you would have that done in a snap of a finger. Okay, so in looking at the customer engagement applications, these are the 5 core Dynamics 365 customer engagement applications. Okay, so we have the Dynamics 365 for marketing. Now, in the Dynamics 365 for marketing, here you find and you nurture more sales ready leads. Okay, when we say sales ready leads, that is leads that potential customers that you know that these ones will definitely become a potential buyer of your product and services. Okay, so here you get to use this Microsoft Dynamics 365 for marketing to nurture these sales leads that appear to be ready because you are moving them from beyond the basic email marketing, okay, to actually interacting more with them. So you get to contact sales, you contact marketing, you can even automate processes, okay, that can actually enable you to make smarter decisions and also to maximize your marketing ROI. That's your return on investment. We also have the Dynamics 365 for sales. And for the sales part, this goes beyond Salesforce automation to better understand your customers' needs. Here, you engage more effectively and you get to see deals that you have won or deals that you have lost, deals that are in progress. You'll be able to actually get visibility on how your sales pipeline is actually faring. Okay, you'll be able to see that with the Microsoft Dynamics 365 for sales. And we have here the one for customer service. I think that's this one over here. So with the customer service, these basically it has built-in intelligence, okay, that would enable you to deliver faster, more personalized service and add value to every interaction. So these deals basically with you being able to provide that personalized service to your customer. They raise a support ticket, you are here to assist them. You are providing them with a knowledge base, okay, to even assist them with information before they even raise a ticket or even after they've raised a ticket. So you can actually use this, okay, with its built-in intelligence to manage delivery of solutions to your customers. And we also have here field service. And this also, just like the customer service, has a built-in also I would say built-in intelligence that would also help you to resolve issues, but in this side, even before they occur. So there was a time I heard there was this refrigerator company that I think is a higher Tamoko, I can recall. So when they sell products, you even in their office, they kind of actually know the state of the product they've actually sold to you. So if it's going to, let's say, the compressor is going to have an issue in, let's say, a few weeks, a technician will already be scheduled to actually come to your location. Okay. Now, all of these are actually integratable into the field service module of Dynamics 365. Okay. Because here things get like you can actually anticipate the problem. Okay. Operational cost gets reduced and you deliver positive on-site experience. Imagine someone just knocking on your door and saying, the gas of your your cylinder, a gas cylinder is actually getting to almost 1% and would like to help you to refill it. And you're like, how? But actually, that brings even more satisfaction to your customers, more guarantee. It makes them to even trust you more because why? It shows you really have them at heart. So remember, this module are all around customer relationship management, and we also have the project operations, which is the last one here. That's the Microsoft Dynamics 365 project operations. Here, you build trusted customer relationships, okay, and you deliver outstanding project experiences, okay, because you'll be able to work with timelines, you'll be able to work with budgeting, and also increase productivity of employees because you can actually use this to manage projects that are ongoing or about to start within organizations. So let's then look into some hands-on side of things, okay, which I think I'll be demoing for us in few minutes now, how we can actually start up or spin up some of our environment for the Dynamics 365. So here we're being explained, or I'm explaining to us how we can perform search and filter. Okay, so I think before I show us the search and filter functionality, let me show you what the app looks in. Let me use the word in person. Okay, sorry about this. Let me just bring in, let me say, incognito browser in private. Hey, can someone just let me know once you can see my in private browser? In private browser. Okay. One second. I think okay, the chat here isn't for me. Okay, it's for the PO 900 guys. Okay. 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 Thank you very much, Promise. So here, just let me say, I have an environment already, but let me just say, I'm just trying this for new. So one of the ways I go about it, there are several ways, but one of the way I go about it is I go to trials.dynamics.com. Okay. So this is one of the ways I try to access the resource. So I think I should copy this link and put it in the chat. I hope this. One second. Oh, really? One second. Let me copy this again. Oh, where did Chet.Tottenham come from? Proceed. Okay. So that's the link for the dynamics trial. Okay. So in case you want to spin some up. Now you've noticed that here you can see several of them: sales, services, marketing, the customer data platform. Yeah, and you see lots of them. So if you scroll down, okay, this is for sales. Okay, and then if you scroll down more, you would see the one for customer service. Before they all used to be ensuited together, but now split up. And here we have remote assist, and this you require a demo for that by Microsoft or a partner. And here we have marketing, and then if you scroll down, customer data platform, then under commerce we have the rest. Okay, I think this one was released not too long ago. Then we have the ERP side of it, the FNO. Okay, I made mention of these earlier, so this is also there. Supply chain also, and then we have customer feedback, customer voice, and quite a lot. So the ones we are zoning ourselves to are going to be this ones from here: marketing, customer service, field service, and sales. So what I do is I do the try for free. Okay, and here it says get started by putting in your email. So I'm just gonna put in, let me try with my Gmail, just to see what happens. Then I agree and I continue. Okay, so if you also want to have this done, okay, you can actually um try that on your hand. But I just want to take a quick look. Okay, so I'm going to go next. Now, this might drop some error, but just let's see. Okay, it says security. Looks good. Okay, fingers crossed. Standing. Yeah. Okay. So, oh, where's my mobile device? Ta-da. Download authenticator. Okay. Skip. Okay. So tell us about yourself. This name. This name. What else? Phone number. Which phone number should I use? Okay, I think I can use this. Company name. Okay, let me use wingtip toys. Okay, company size. Let's say 10, 25 to 49 people. I think this is fine. Next. Okay, it's signing me in. Please don't refresh. Okay, we have very limited time left, but let's see how it goes. Okay, while this is still spinning up, okay, I think it's working. Yeah. Okay, getting things ready. Now, this is trial. Okay, this is trial. So, if you want to actually set this up in a corporate settings, okay, you will need to go the actual route. So, this is just a trial. So, that's why it's enabling me to proceed. Okay, so it's getting everything ready. Okay, so I'm going to, okay, yeah, launch trial. Okay, so it's loading, and I would have my page up in few minutes. Okay, it's coming up. Okay, so it says hello. This is the trial and get customers and our agents and the likes. So I'm going to click on this, and it's going to show me dashboard and some, I think, dummy data. That's if there are any. Okay, yes, there are dummy data here. Cool. Then I can click on this. This is the customer service workspace. There used to be a customer service, or we have the likes of omnichannel. If time permits, we'll see some of them again today. But this is actually how we can actually navigate. Okay. So if you look closely, we spin up the customer service application. We still have a form of sales. We still have yeah, I think just sales came with this. Then I think omnichannel and just a few other sales and the customer. So I'm going to go into the customer now by clicking now. Let me go back. So after the trial and launching it, okay, we came now. If it's been a while, you've used the dynamic CRM for navigation, you would see that it looks way different from what it used to be. Okay? So at the top here, you can actually click on this current tab that we are in. Okay, so once you click on this, you will be able to see the modules or the applications that have you. Okay, so I have the customer service up, so I can actually click on the customer service up. One second, yes, lift, and it takes me into the customer service app. So one thing is, this is how we navigate. Okay, this is how we navigate. So here I'm looking right at the customer service hub. Now, part of the thing you'll get to see are going to be dashboards, of course. Okay, we need to make sense of our data. So we're going to be seeing dashboards. So remember, customer service, you are managing issues for your customers. So what you would see more are going to be cases, okay, problems, cases that you've resolved, draft, and what activities do you want to do. Now, this is helping you to keep track on how you are supporting your customers with the issues they are faced with. So on the left hand side here, we have few tabs, which another talk for another course, how you can actually configure each of this. So these are tables. Okay, these are tables. This is an account table from Dataverse. Okay, and under account table, you will see account related records. I'll be getting to that in a bit. Okay, so this is an account. So you can liken an account to a company. Oh, I'm jumping the gun. Okay, you can liken an account to a company. Okay, and we have contact. So contact are individuals. An account can also be an individual. Okay, but you'd say that with your contact, we have Claudia Mazzanti, and this is Claudia Mazzanti's email, and this is a company. So the company is the account. So it means if I should go back to accounts, I'm going to see Fort Coffee as a company, as an account, which is this. Okay, so an account can have multiple contacts, can have multiple contacts. So we'll be getting to this in a bit. So going to cases now. So cases would have some list of cases. So as you can see, these are cases that has been raised. A mineral bulb, a mineral build up in water supply. Milk container is not fitting. The cafe S100 semi-automatic as hair bubbles inlines, and these are cases. Okay, these are the IDs of the cases. These are the priorities of the cases. We have those of low, high, normal. You can configure all of these to customize to suit your needs. We have origin, that is how were these cases created. You can actually create cases via email, via web, or via phone. So all of these are captured. Then the customer, okay, this is Claudia Mazzanti of Fort Coffee. So this is possibly an issue Fort Coffee is facing, but this is the contact person who has actually raised it with us. and this is the status of it. Now, to go back to the PowerPoint slide, here we are now looking at how we can search and filter. Now we've seen the model and how we can navigate a bit around the models. That's the applications. So we're using customer service as a case study here. So you can actually have one second. So you can actually have what is called filtering, okay, on your views. Now, what we are seeing on the case, my active cases, that's previously, are the cases for the current signed in user, okay, for the current signed in user. And you can actually filter, okay, you can filter. So here on the screen it says that Dynamics 365 provides multiple ways to locate data depending on where you are and what you're looking for. Okay, so here for example, I think we want to filter records by city. So let's say we want to know what company most of our cases are coming from. Okay, you can actually filter that. Okay, I want to see if it's how many cases Fort Coffee is having with us. Okay, so you can actually filter by that, and I'm going to be showing us this in a bit. Then we also have another form. Okay, we have two most common searching tools. Okay, you can search a view and you can have a multi-table search. So this is searching a view. Now let me show us what a view is on the interactive mode. Now this is a view. Okay, under your case table, these are case records, and this case records we have active cases, meaning that I can have a view for inactive cases. Okay, so here you'd see my resolved cases. If I have any case that has been resolved, I would see it here. You can have a view for all cases, that is irrespective. Okay, now you can see that we have more cases here now. Okay, you can see we have more cases here. But if you look at the owner column, Funsho has just a few. I have the one of Claudia Mazzanti. I have the one for Trey Research. I have the one for Graphic Design Institute, and these are the individuals. And these other ones are not visible to me. Okay, this is one of the cool things about Dynamics 365. Remember what I said about role-based security. So you can actually make it entirely that even your agent wouldn't see any other case apart from theirs. You can actually have that configured. Okay, so here you would see that we have all cases, but I can as well say, okay, I want to filter based on owner equals me, and I apply. Okay, then it brings out cases that are just pertaining to me. Okay, you can also search here. Okay, just let me put in okay, I think Claudia is the only thing that comes to mind. CLAUDIA, and I search. One second, I think I have to clear this filter. Okay, it's not coming by anything. So let me look for a case ID. I think some of these columns would filter basically based on case number. So let me just pick this. So for you to go into a record, you can actually double click, okay, and you would see all of the details of these current problem that has been. So I'm going to copy this ID, okay. So we'll be getting here in a bit. So now I want to search this view. So I'm searching this view by a particular case ID, and it brought up the case ID for the Claudia Mazzanti, that's the Fort Coffee House. Okay, this is how you search for records. Even if it's you going to contact, okay, even if it's you going to account, you would see that they all have a view. Okay, even contact. So this is a contact for me. Okay, I can go to all contact in the organization, and okay, I think it's just one contact that is being displayed here. So you can actually have active contact, few inactive contact, and likes. Same as account, and the same applies. You can search, you can filter. Okay, you can search and you can also filter. Then we also have the multi-table search. So the multi-table search is just that funnel that is right by the side of the search bar. Okay, And when you're looking at this kind of search, is mostly being referred to as categorized search. Okay, so the primary difference between, or let me say the difference between a categorized search and a quick find is that instead of only searching one type of record, okay, it searches across multiple tables. So when you are doing categorized search, it searches across multiple tables, but a quick find, you get to just have it in one record in your instance. Okay. Okay, I'm super time conscious. Okay, so in the lesson 2 now, so we're going to be exploring some common Dynamics 365 activities and integration options. And to start with that, when you're working with Dynamics 365, part of the things that comes to mind is that we are working with customers. Okay, we are working with customers. Either they are an account or they are a contact. So it's either, so when we are saying customer, you can look at customer as being a B2B, that is a business to business, or a business to that's customers to other businesses. And you can actually have customer to individuals, that's B2C and B2B. And we have some that are hybrid, that is, customers might be either businesses or they might actually be individuals. So, just to explain a bit on that, Dynamics 365 applications support all of these three models. So, if your business model is a business to business, business to customer, or hybrid, Dynamics 365 CRM actually supports it. Okay, so there are two primary records that are used to support this functionality. And those primary records are called the account and the contact. So account stores records for account, contact stores records for contact. Now, it could be either way around. Okay, so account and contact can be related to one another in various ways. In various ways. So the other time I was showing us Claudia Mazzanti, and you saw that Claudia Mazzanti was is a contact, but belonged to an account, which is Fort Coffee House. So they can be linked or related in various ways. So individual contact can be associated with an account in the case of Claudia Mazzanti. So we have a primary parent account, then we have a primary contact, we have account, we have parent account, meaning that for this parent account, we can actually have a parent customer or even a contact relating to a parent account. Okay, you can also have a primary contact being associated with a primary parent account or even an account related to the primary parent account. Okay, so and all these are tables. Okay, it's a table in your Dataverse, so it holds the records for these organizations or individuals depending on your business model. Okay, so when you're working with customers and activities, now activities are the actions, or let me say the, I can't say are the activities. Activities are basically, I can say, the steps, okay, or the engagement. Yeah, I think that's the word. Activities are actually the engagement that you have or that you plan to have with your contact or your account. Okay, so if there is a case saying, okay, I have a leaking toilet, an activity could actually be a task. Okay, going to buy plumbing equipment to fix it. An activity could be you sending an email that I acknowledge this request of you having a leaking toilet and I'll be with you shortly. An activity could be you placing a phone call. Okay, so activities in Dynamics 365 helps you to keep track of customer communications. And one amazing thing is that these activities in Dynamics 365, if you open the record for that particular case, okay, or issue, you can actually see the activities that has transpired. Okay, that has transpired. Or even one can simply go to the activities tab on the app and see all activities that you have highlighted for you. Okay, highlighted for you. So going forward, still on activity, yeah, this is an example of it. Okay, this is a record, and within this record, I can see the activities that has transpired. Okay, between one of our agents or me, and then the contact in question. Okay, so activities are often associated with contact and account, but depending on dynamic restorative application you are using, they can also be associated with other types of records. Okay, so they would usually be associated with account and contact. And if you have things like cases, it can also be associated with cases. I think I'll be showing us that in a few seconds. Okay, in few seconds. So in sales scenario, oh, I think it's explained here. In sales scenario, activities might be added to records like leads, okay, opportunities, or even quotes, because it means that, for instance, if you've qualified a lead, those steps are being captured automatically, okay, automatically, and some you initiate them. So also in service scenarios, and I made mention of cases. So activities might be added to records like cases, work orders, or even projects. So another thing is with your Dynamics 365 CRM applications, you have out of the box reporting capabilities. Okay, you have out of the box capabilities. Now, one thing we've seen is the view. Okay, when you create a view, you can customize your own view. A leader, or let me say manager, can create a view and share with everyone in the organization that's supported. So when you create a view, you can create analytics based on the data that is important to you. Okay, when you view records, you can apply filters to then drill down into the detail that is important to you. So I'm going to be showing you this also. So here, for example, is a list of cases. Okay, now my active cases, that is me, these are my active cases. Now at the very top you would see show charts. Okay, if I click on show charts, I'm going to see a chart, and it says case count, and then this is by me. Okay, so I can actually click on one of them, and inside the case. Okay, and look on the side, on the timeline, these are the activities that has transpired on this case. Okay, so it means that when it was reported that a mineral build up in was in the water, is in the water supply, okay, you can even load more to see everything. Okay, so look at it, the case was created for this person, and what happened, I entered a note. Now one amazing thing is you can enter like click on this to just write in your note, put in an attachment or screenshot on this, and it's going to be captured. Okay, this is the attachment icon. You can add an attachment to it. So if there is a picture of the problem, you can actually put that in here. And then if you want to add more tasks, there's a plus sign. So activities, you would find them on the timeline. Okay, you would find them on time. So you can actually come in here and click on the plus sign. You can then schedule an appointment, send an email directly from here. But that means you would have integrated Dynamics 365 Outlook, okay, with this. So you can actually send emails, you can put in phone calls, you can create a task, you can create a booking alert, and other things. Okay, so here you would see that quite a lot has happened. A summary of what has happened was added here. Okay, so this is the summary. So when the case was opened, what happened? So working with Claudia on the problem, this. She has the Smart Bro 300. This person collected this information, okay, and set up app with Claudia, then identify who I can transition the case to. So possibly the case came to the wrong department, maybe. Okay, then here, look at the appointment, meeting with the owner, and these are some other activities that has transpired. This is an email that was sent to Claudia. Look at it having mail signatures in it. So you can actually see basically everything that has happened on the case in this particular in this particular timeline. Okay, and as well, you are seeing the original informations of the case. Okay, and look at it; it's pertaining to this product. It means, in a way, this record will be found in sales. Okay, in the sales module. So just to bring that out. So let me go back cases again. And then let me say, as manager, I want to be able to see cases for all of my engineers. Okay, let me use that word. I can then come here to view all cases, and then I do a show chart. Okay, now these are inbuilt. Now I can see that we have system service. They have the highest backlog of 8. Camille Cartier has two. These guys have the lowest backlogs. That's Lorenzo Russo, and I have a backlog of 4 cases. So I can say, okay, let me see what the system service guys are doing. Okay, and now I can see just all what they are doing. Now all these are inbuilt. Okay, they are inbuilt. However, you can still create yours. Okay, you can create yours. Okay, you can create yours. So this is the ones for me, and these other guys that are having low backlog. So even with this, I can say, okay, the service guys, I think I might need to shed some loads off of you. I'm assigning one of your cases to Sarah Perez just to assist you on this. Okay, and then I can go into the case like this, into the record, and then out of the box, okay, you would have an assign. So I can click on assign at this very top, and then I'm going to pick a user or a team, and then I'm going to look for Sarah Perez. One second, I can't find Sarah. Okay, can I find myself? Yep, I can find myself. Okay, so I can assign this case to myself, and my backlog will increase to 5. Okay, you can even automate the process of notifying me that I now have a case. So the owner of the case has changed. So if I should go back, okay, and then I do a chat of all these cases now. Now mine has increased to 5. Theirs have dropped down to 7. So these are inbuilt chat functionalities. So going forward, there are also dashboards. Now, you know what a chart is. A chart is a single visual, okay, explaining to you what the data is actually saying. Okay, you're making sense of the data, a single chart. Now, you can have a full-blown dashboard that the dashboard will be having views, several views. It will be having chart. It will be having iframes, okay, web resources. If you've worked with some, I think these two are kind of advanced functionalities, but you can actually see that we have various charts here. This is a funnel. This is a pie chart. This is what would I call this? More like a bar chart, kind of. Okay, and all of these you can have it in a view in your Dynamics 365 application as well. Okay, so we can go up to dashboards. Okay, and one cool thing is you can have several types of dashboards. Okay, so as a manager, I can have my own dashboard. Okay, I'm seeing the cases that are active for these two engineers. Okay, I can see the dates of the active cases and their service level agreement. I can see the pie charts. Okay, I can see how many active cases with their priority. So it means we don't have anything to worry about. We have just 2 cases that are high. But admin here, we have like high is about 10. Then it means people are not doing their work. So you can actually what to do concerning. Okay, so really you can have several of this. So for views, like I said, a view can be just what we're seeing here. Okay, records of common criteria. Just start getting close to wrapping up. So in examining some other out of the box reporting capability, okay, you can also have reports being created from within your Dynamics 365 application. And then now we're going to be reviewing integration technologies and use cases. Now, one of the many advantage of you using the Dynamics 365 application is how it is easy for you to integrate with other Microsoft technologies. Okay, expanding the number of scenarios where Dynamics 365 can be provided, okay, to the needed can provide the needed capabilities rather. So the most common integration are with these ones. Okay, Microsoft Word, Excel, SharePoint, Teams, and Power Apps. So here is an example of that of Microsoft Word. Okay, if there is a need for you to generate a Word template, okay, to provide your users with the ability to easily generate a standardized document that would include records from your Dataverse. Okay, you can actually have this being done. Okay, so this image shows how it is. You would see here on the right hand side that we have XML mapping and some other things. And here you'd see we have account ID. These are informations under the account table. So we are bringing these informations into my Word template that I have right here. Okay, so you can actually have some of these fully customized. Okay, you can have some of these fully customized. Okay, then if we go further, okay, this is the Excel part of it. Now if you're integrating Excel, it could be for so many reasons. You can integrate Excel for you to be able to bring in records into your application, okay, by adding the worksheet. And you can also even open the existing record in that view so that you can possibly make changes to those records. And another thing is you can even use this also as a reporting template. Okay, template. Okay, so okay, I've been notified I need to end soon. So another thing for SharePoint is when you've integrated SharePoint, you can actually have documents being uploaded into your records in your application. Okay, then in Teams, you can also have collaborations done easily, file integration being done easily, and also chat being done quite easily. And also you can bring in Canvas applications. So for some of us that knows about Canvas app, you can actually embed a full Canvas app in your model driven application. Okay, so I think that brings us to the end today. There's a knowledge check here, but I think we'll do that later on, possibly maybe by next week. Okay, so are there questions that we need to address? Any question? Do we have any question before we call it a day? Any question? Okay, I can't see any question in the chat yet. Okay, no worries. We would entertain questions. Okay, so possibly before the next session, okay, we would definitely proceed on other aspect of the Dynamics 365 um, app. Okay, so if you have any question, you can actually ask on our LinkedIn page. Okay, you can put in the question there, and we'll be so glad to assist. So thank you everyone for let me post in the link to the LinkedIn here for. Okay, it's been shared already. Okay, thank you very much for that. Okay, so thank you very much, everyone. It's indeed a great time with us. So I look forward to having more